Well, we are following up on the City of Eugene's discussion to potentially ban new gas stations around town, as today they discussed it in a work session. NBC 16's Billy Spotz joins us now. And Billy, you actually watched that work session. What should people know?
Well, thank you, Alan. One thing people really should be keeping in mind with this discussion is nothing is set in stone, nothing has been decided yet, but they're considering things currently due to potential health impacts that gas stations have had historically. Now, 3 options have been floated by the Eugene City Council as well as Eugene City staff, and they come in the form of a complete ban on new gas station construction, a complete ban on gas stations, a rezoning that would limit where they could be built, or new standards being put in place to limit the safety implication or the safety hazards that these gas stations put in place. Now, the early discussions on the ban center around a land use code amendment to put any new legislation in place. Councilor Keating of Ward 2 has been the biggest supporter of a ban to this point, arguing that gas stations have had a negative impact on public health and that any new gas stations should be making a push to have more readily available electric vehicle charging stations.
Gas stations become more polluted by releasing toxic emissions and more vehicular traffic. And this attempt makes it easy for the fossil fuel industry to convert. They'll let the market or business and industry decide or convert on their own. Well, they won't regulate themselves unless local government steps in.
While Keating was very much in favor of the ban, other councilors voiced opposition, citing a potential repeat of the time they tried to ban natural gas in new homes.
We should be spending our limited amount of time and effort and resources on actions that actually reduce significant amount of greenhouse gas emissions and that a majority of people can support. I'm not sure why we didn't learn lessons from the gas ban and why we're willing to stub our toe again. Wouldn't be surprised at all if this doesn't end up similar to the gas ban. It feels like deja vu all over again.
Now, Zelenka added that there are regulations coming into place from state agencies to handle emissions. Now, a final decision on this hasn't been made and likely won't be made for a while. Earlier today, the council passed unanimously to come back and circle back to this topic at a later date, and of which that has not been announced yet. Back to you, Alan.